Let's start with the Chicago Bulls. Why? Because they're number one in the East. Why?
Right.
Because y'all not talking about them enough. Why? Because they're still underrated. And look,
Yeah. That
look.
boy DeMar getting his shine. He don't
Yes,
care.
he
Like, yeah,
is.
getting
Yes,
his
he
shine.
is.
Yeah.
Bulls are in a great place because of this,
Yeah.
right? And I
Yeah.
feel like for the trade deadline, a lot of people are like looking for big names for the Chicago Bulls. We're like, can we get a Miles Turner? Can we get a Jeremy Grant? And I say, nah, fuck all that. Like, seriously, fuck all that. Like, the chemistry on this team right now is so good. All the players fit together so well that I am not willing to trade any core piece of this team for an upgrade. All we really need is a backup 4 or 5 that can give us athletic defensive minutes and is a great
Yeah.
rebounder. That's it. I don't need a big name. I don't need a flashy name. I don't care if you ever heard a dude. If he grabs boards and plays defense
A
and don't make
roll.
that much money, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all we really need. So, like,
Yeah.
people are talking about trading Kobe White. Leave Kobe White alone. That boy is a bucket getter. Off the bench, he's like the type of Lou Will Spark that the Bulls kind of get off that bench as most likely a seventh man when
Mm-hmm.
Caruso is healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you got to try to package
It's
things
another one.
around.
That's another
Yeah,
one. That
Caruso.
that
Oh yeah,
hurt.
y'all ain't want
That
to pay
hurt.
that boy. We
That
said
hurt.
cut the check.
That hurt. And they balling.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I think we got to make packages around Derrick Jones Jr., who has about 10 million in salary, and like Troy Brown, who gives us another 5 million salary. Absent that, we got to use our picks to make something happen. And we are actually in a very good place outside of the stipend rule because we have 2 first-round picks in 2022.
Yeah.
We can give up the Portland pick, but we can't give up our own. And the Portland pick, the way Portland is looking, and Dame just got surgery, looks like a juicy ass pick right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, we'll talk about Portland a little bit later, but I think, like you said, with the way the NBA looking, period, we probably gonna have this conversation a lot as we talk about the trade deadline. It's not gonna be a lot happening because it really shouldn't be. Like you said, like some small pieces here or there. You're gonna see how you can play with some draft picks, but it's like the NBA is a lot younger now. Like those top level big name stars, they aging out. So that's why you see teams like the Phoenix Suns, see teams like the Bulls, even still with the Bucks, like teams that are like well put together, that chemistry guys, you know what I'm saying? Like they just work well together. And like there's no reason to shake that up when you have like success based on that alone.
Especially because of COVID. Like, the teams that are struggling a lot, you haven't really got to see your whole roster really gel yet. So, like, now you like all the hope that we have for the plan. We didn't get to see the plan work out. I
Yeah.
think we got to target guys like Jakob Portal from the Spurs. Like, he would be a great 5, give us backup minutes. He's 7 feet plus, right?
Always good to have a 7-footer.
That's what I'm
Always
talking
good to have
about.
a
That
7-footer.
backup 5 behind Vooch that can defend the rim, grab boards. He already has chemistry with DeMar from the Spurs from before that. Like, I like that type of a player. I also like a guy like Richaun Holmes from the Kings. Like, a lot of people are talking Marvin Bagley Jr., keep that. I'm cool on it. Like, no, like, it's real. Like, I ain't even got nothing against Marvin Bagley Jr., but like, we don't need like a super young dude who is trying to, I guess, affirm their draft status and get those minutes and wants to have a bigger role. We need a guy that's really to fill in,
Want to
right?
prove themselves.
Yeah, I'd even take a Christian Wood, right? But I don't know if like that might be a little rich. Like, we give up a first round pick, I give up a second too, and package DJJ for salary and take a Christian Woods type of guy. And that's what I'm thinking. The Bulls need to get like a guy that can play at the 4 or 5, can fill a role, doesn't mind coming off the bench. But if we're talking guys like Richaun or Wood, they can fill that starting 4 spot because P will hurt. Now,
Yeah, one of them trades that it ain't gonna make no headline, but it bolsters it in ways that I mean you really only gonna see on the court.
exactly. Like, we don't need
Nothing
nothing
big,
flashy. This
nothing
team don't
big.
need nothing flashy at all.
Yeah, let it rock.
Thanks for stopping by. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, leave a subscribe so you don't